We are in fall and headed into winter, and it got me thinking, it's time to do a makeup look that is sophisticated, sexy, and to show those of you who don't gravitate towards bolder lip looks how to achieve a look that you feel comfortable with. Now, this lipstick look was at the very end, but I do build up my colors slowly to show you guys who are more natural makeup wearers how to start from that point, and then for those of you that like to have a full-on glam vampy look, how to get to this point. Let's go ahead and start with our fall winter balanced makeup look. Let's start with the Surratt brow pencil in soft brown. I'm headed towards these softer, lighter colors lately to bring balance to my hair color. My hair is really dark, and yes, I dye it. I use a color called Ravenna Brown by Madison Reed. A lot of you guys have asked me what color I use, and do I do it myself or get it professionally done? I do it myself. I just buy the box, the Madison Reed. I'll link that in the description box down below for those of you that are interested. But when it comes to my brow pencil, I've been going softer to create a softer look with my makeup. I'm going to show you guys what I mean right now. When I put this brow color on, you'll see how much softer it looks compared to my other videos where it's a bit more bold. So as you can see, it is a soft brown compared to my dark brown black hair color. Avene Thermal Water, this is for sensitive skin. I like to put this on before I put any other product on because it adds hydration, it softens the skin, creates a supple texture. And I also like to put this on at the very end to set the makeup. It helps to soften those pigments. You just go ahead and do a nice little circle here. It's amazing. And then we're gonna go right into the foundation. Now, a foundation that I'm reaching for consistently, it kind of surprised me, is the Shiseido, because I reach for Chanel quite often, and I'm reaching for this one equally to my Chanel. And that's the Revitaliscence Skin Glow Foundation. This has an SPF 30, but I just love the finish on this. I like the way it doesn't settle. It leaves a soft glow. It covers really well. You can't feel it. It's very light in texture. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my finger. Just quickly place. I feel like a porcelain doll when I wear this foundation. You're gonna see just how even and bright my skin looks. So lovely. Let's go ahead and get on our concealer now. It's the one I'm reaching for consistently. It has pretty much knocked out the rest of my concealers because it has a thin gel-like texture. It hydrates beautifully for underneath the eye area or anywhere you might have a little bit of texture with dryness. I highly recommend using your finger to place your products. I always state place, then press, then buff. So you're placing it down, you're blending it and working outward against that groove on the side of the mouth where you have those marionette lines. You don't want to work down. It'll just emphasize that depth of the wrinkle. And then you can go in and buff. Whatever's left over, I'm lightly tapping onto that lid to help with any kind of discoloration and lightly brighten. I don't put a lot of concealer on the lid because it will grab any type of shadow or dry powder formula and create a bit of a cakey look. If you'd like to add a powder to set your foundation, feel free to do so. It'll give you a soft velvet demi-matte look, even if your combination dry. And if you have oily skin, I definitely recommend using a primer for oil control and then adding a light application of powder just in the areas you need. And that goes for oily and dry skin. You don't need to put powder all over the face, only where you need it. And I always start in the center of the face, work around the edges, and then at the very end, you're going to sweep a very little bit across the eyes with whatever is left on your brush to softly set under the eyes. That way it doesn't look dry or grab any of the concealer and kind of create a cakey look. So less is more, be selective. But let's go ahead and go in with our eyelash curler and get these lashes to pop. I love this eyelash curler. This is by Surratt. And for those of you who have a hooded lid, you will love this. Or if you have a smaller eye shape, look at how beautifully that curled the lashes and how quickly it made it happen. Love this eyelash curler. I just was told by you all through different social media platforms that I had to try this mascara. So I went and purchased the Sky High Maybelline mascara. I got it in waterproof because I wanted a mascara that would last me for a full day on set. Waterproof, although great for not moving and holding a curl better than regular mascara because it's drier in formula, it actually tightens the curl a bit. It can dry your lashes out. So I wouldn't recommend using this all the time, just on special occasions or when you don't want to have to worry about reapplying. But I wanted to try the original, so I went and got the non-waterproof formula, and I thought I would try it today. I'm hoping that it works as well as the waterproof. Look at that. I'm telling you, this mascara is freaking amazing, you guys. It is so, so, so good. Do you see what I'm talking about? Now, since this look is really about the lip being the focal point or the attraction, we want to be very careful with what we put on the eyes and the cheeks. So let's start with the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with my Surratt palette. This is Beyond Beige. It is such a beautiful palette, and I'm going to work with these two colors here and a little bit of this one as well. What you're going to do is take a small domed brush, and this color is really about creating shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the brow ridge right away and decide what shape I want. Now, if I just work down, it will bring my eye down, which will give me kind of a Biba look, a little bit of that sad, doe-eyed 1920s flapper look. Or I can go on that brow ridge and work out towards the temple to keep the eye nice and open. Or you can do that 60s look where you lift the outer corner of the eye, create a nice triangle shape that will create the universally flattering almond eye shape look. As you can see, there's a nice shadow shape that's happening, but it's not over the top. Now you could take that same color if you want to extend the eye even further and go down the side of the nose and bring it in just a bit. I'm going to go in with that same color because it's a great contour shade. Just add a little bit underneath that cheekbone right here where it divots inward. Very controlled here. I'm not doing big sweeping motions, and then flick up to give a nice lift. You should start to see some soft shadow here, which is why I only did half my face. Do you see how this is a little rounder and we're sculpted here? As you can see, this eye's looking a little more downturned, where this is lifted, more opened, and my cheekbones are standing out. I'm getting a little more of that chiseled, model-esque follow the hollow look. If you want to stay nice and bright, you can use this color, or you can go a little warmer and use this color. Let's go ahead and mix the two together today. So first we place. Once we've placed, we can go in and blend. If I just went in right now, grabbed these two powders and started blending back and forth, it would make the lid look dry. Basically, when you're placing the powder, you're pushing it into the oil of your skin as well as the concealer we put down on the lid. So placing is really important, or patting into the skin. Now you could go in using a loose fluffy brush and blend it out, and that will take off any excess without adding any more product. Remember, the more product you put on, the more aging, and I'm very pro aging, but we don't want to look dry and cakey and emphasize all our texture, whether that be pores or fine lines or deeper set lines. We want everything to be smooth so that we notice features, not makeup texture and formula. Now, I'm going to go in with my loose brush and grab a little bit of this champagne color and lightly put it across the brow bone. I'll go and put a little bit on the inner corner of the eye here. I'll add a very little bit to that cheekbone. Now you can stop here, but something that's missing to me is the shape underneath the eye. So I'm going to grab this taupey beige matte color and go on that lower lash line. If it's looking a little too dull, you need a little extra something to add some sparkle or some shimmer, which I'm totally for, even if you have age lid concerns. You want to put a matte down first, because matte will ground those shimmers, and then you can go with a light shimmer and go right on top of the matte shadow. The first lipstick I'm going to use is one that I find a little more friendly for those who are a bit trepidatious when it comes to wearing darker lip colors for fall and winter, or year-round, but specifically during those months. And that's the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Enchantment. This is a really pretty color that I find isn't too much. How I would go about wearing this is I would stamp it on the lips. Build up your color to where you find that comfort level where you're a little outside of what you normally do, but you still feel comfortable with the color. Taking a brush, work back and forth, and I love an angled eyeliner brush, and I'll tell you guys why. One, the flat part helps to blend quickly, and the precision angle helps to create a beautiful sharp line. Where I find a normal lip brush comes at a point, it can create these really weird lines, where this, you can work in a longer area on the lip. Whatever's left over on the brush, I'm adding just a little bit to the cheeks. Grabbing my NARS pencil. These are the newly formulated Power Matte High Intensity Lip Pencils. So stinking good, you guys. This is Cruella. I'm going to leave this on and show you guys how to intensify with a deeper or brighter red if you wanted a little more color. I'm going to go on the edges and work around very lightly. How striking is Cruella, darlings? I just love it. So, as you can see, we have a bit of a two-tone look here between the Lisa Eldridge and the NARS. And I really like this for a holiday look. This is more of a November to December kind of festive red look, but I also find it beautiful for a date night or an event. It's a classic red with the makeup being soft everywhere else. But let's kick it up further with a richer tone and with some luster. And this is a nice, creamy, shiny burgundy Bordeaux color. And I'm going to go right on top of this. See how there's a little transparency? Also, it creates a fuller lip look because when you have too much pigment on, it actually will shrink the lips a bit. So as a makeup artist tip, definitely blot a bit. You can go back in and restamp the lips to give it a little bit of luster if you like, but just with a very light hand. It's festive, it has a bit of a bite. I find it to be very sophisticated, especially with a lighter makeup look with the eyes and with the complexion. Now feel free to grab a tiny bit on your fingers, warm it up a bit. Just want to create a stain, and you could add it to the cheek area. I'm very tempted to glaze these cheeks, so I'm going to grab my Surratt and, believe it or not, use this beautiful baby pink bright color, which will look beautiful against these lips. Having a small domed brush, a little bit just on the tips of the bristles here. And this is to be done with a very light hand. Whatever's left over, I like to pop a little bit across the brow bone. Creates more of a winter look with that pink cheek. So yet another look to wear between fall or winter. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and we'll see the completed look. Hopefully you all enjoyed this fall winter makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to go on this voyage with me. For those of you that are new, hello everybody. And if y'all like to support me as an artistry education content channel or any other content creator that you love, don't forget to go ahead and use the affiliate links down below. Thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't had enough, you could head to TikTok or to Instagram where I do mini tutorials and quick sneak peeks of up and coming newness. And you can also head to Voyage.com to book me for a one-on-one lesson. All right, everybody, as always, take care of you, take care of each other. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now, everybody.